guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie or Cakes, and today I kind of just want to give you guys an update on just what I've been doing and about the trip that I took a couple weeks ago to Universal. It's a lot, so let's just jump right into it. I'm going to be doing my makeup and let's just get started. So to give you guys a little timeline of what happened during this trip to Universal, our partner had already taken the time off and I had mixed up the weeks because we wanted to go to Universal, but it was kind of cutting it close. But they were like, well, I already have the days off, so really if you want to go, we can go. The first time I'd ever been to Universal was actually last year, and it was phenomenal. Like 10 out of 10, a really fun trip, delicious food. We like rode on pretty much everything multiple times because we were there for about a week, and it was a really nice time. And why wouldn't I want to recreate that? So I was like, yeah, of course I want to go. I mean, if it's not cutting it too close, why not? Boom, booked the tickets, we booked the hotel, and leading up, everything's fine. Partner's dad was in charge of, you know, looking over our cat son, Bartok, and just, that was the only real obligation we had to like make sure was covered, is to make sure someone was there to feed Bartok and, you know, look after him. So, trip booked. There we go, that's the brush I was looking for. Okay, so the trip is booked. We go, you know, we arrive and everything, and for the most part, I noticed there's an uptick in children. Red flag number one. Now, obviously, Universal is for everybody, and I'm not saying children shouldn't be allowed. Like, you can take your kids wherever you want to. But that being said, I don't understand the fun in bringing, like, your freshborn baby to Universal. Like, when I say children, I don't mean kids who are walking around, running around, like, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, like, children. Like, they have to be in the stroller because they can barely walk, children. And that was kind of concerning because last year we went right after the hurricane, and so it was really, like, a little chilly. It was really good sunshine. It wasn't too hot. This year, when I tell y'all, I was burning up almost the whole time we were there. So that was already kind of concerning, just like the sheer amount of kids that were there this time around. And then also we realized that more people had gotten the Express Pass. The Express Pass is like an extra $130, and obviously, if you got the money, you got the money. If you don't, you don't. We did not get the Express Pass. And if we go again, we decided that we would, because the Express Pass ruins it for the regular consumer. If you just paid for your regular ticket, someone with the Express Pass, it's called an Express Pass for a reason, so you already know, they're gonna get, first dibs. So when it comes to the Express Pass, it's great if you have it, and it's really, really terrible if you don't, which we did not. And the worst part about it is that the Express Pass also applies to the Haunted Horror Nights, which is another big reason that we even went this year, because we went to one last year. I got to go to the Weeknd's house. I went to the Bloom house, which was between the movie Freaky and The Black Phone, which I love horror movies so much, so I was really excited. And then we also did Michael Myers, I believe it was Michael Myers last year, and a couple other ones. So automatically, once you realize that they also have Express Pass when it comes to the Haunted Horror Nights, you're in for a bad time. And we were. But let me get there. Let me set the scene. So we've gotten through Monday and Tuesday, and everything is good. Everything's fine. We're, you know, seeing everything that we want to see again. We've ridden everything that we've wanted to ride. There's more walking around this time. We also spent more time outside of the park this trip, which made me really happy because we ended up finding tons of different gaming stores. We got a whole bunch of games and an NES and like a whole bunch of NES titles. I got some of my favorite games from my childhood, like Tekken 3 and 4 and 5, I believe. So like it was really fun in that regard, just kind of traveling around Florida. You know, I'm thinking this is great. It's gonna be such a good time. Right? Right? No, I was wrong. Wednesday comes. Wednesday is the only day that we were gonna do the Haunted Horror Nights. And we already knew that it was going to be kind of rough this year around because they have some titles that people love. So this year they had some originals like their Universal monsters. This year they changed it up because last year it was like the Mummy, Dracula, I think the werewolf, and I can't remember the fourth one. But this year it was like Hunchback of Notre Dame, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Invisible Man, and Phantom of the Opera. And that house was actually pretty good. It was pretty good, especially the opening scene when you walk in and it's like nighttime and you can see like a moon. That was nice. It was fine. But this year they had Stranger Things 4. They had The Last of Us, and then they also had one based on the brand new Exorcist movie, which I don't understand why they came out with that movie in the first place, but what can you do? So then they also had a house to kind of boost up that, because I found out that Universal bought the rights to The Exorcist, and so they had the house to like promote go seeing the movie. They had another one that I can't remember, and there's one like based around a Yeti and a campsite. They had a really nice one called The Darkest Deal, where basically a jazz, like a blues singer, makes a deal with the devil, and you already know how that turns out. So they had some really awesome houses this year. They also had Chucky, based on the series, not the movies, but like the TV show. So we ended up getting tickets for like early access, like a Scream Zone, where basically you have to enter in early, and that's where you get to wait for the Haunted Horror Nights to start instead of waiting at the gate. I highly recommend it, but you're gonna have to get an express pass on top of that if you want to even have the chance to go into all 10 houses. Yes, there's 10. There's 10 like every year. So let me pick an eyeshadow palette. I don't even know what I'm doing yet. So we go to the Chucky Scream Zone. That's where we wait. That's where we are in line very early. And so we go into Chucky first. It was good. It was pretty good. It was there was like a pre-recording of his voice and everything, and it was really funny. I liked it. So we go to Chucky first, and then if you get the app, you are able to see kind of the wait time of how long it's going to take like waiting in line to get into the haunted house. So my partner really wanted to go to the Yeti based one with the campsite and the campgrounds, and right next to it was the haunted house for Dueling Dragons, which I don't really know much about. So if you do, please leave a comment down below, because I didn't really know because we didn't go. So we go in line for Dueling Dragons. It was only 25 minutes, which is great. You have until 2 a.m. until the park closes. So you definitely need to walk as fast as you can. So we're in Dueling Dragons. We're already in line for about 20 minutes before not only does it start raining, but then we find out that both the Yeti haunted house and the Dueling Dragons haunted houses have been shut down and delayed because of lighting issues, and I think there was like an electrical problem. So now not only are 2 of the houses down, but like that drives people to go to the other houses that are still available, because that's all you have, and like you didn't spend all this money to not go into these haunted houses. Like, these tickets are not cheap. So we end up going to Blood Moon. Amazing, phenomenal. Probably my favorite one of this year was Blood Moon, which was kind of like frontier, but like witchcraft. It was really, really fucking creepy. I'll tell you that much. It was creepy. I really liked it. So basically we go to Blood Moon, And then I believe we went to Universal Monsters, and we're in line for the darkest deal. We've been in this line for probably 45-50 minutes already. Like, there's not only is there a slight delay, but they're letting the Express Pass members go and not keeping up with the regular ticket buyers. Like, I understand that Express Pass gives you, you know, more leeway than the regular consumer, but at the same time, it was literally unfair. Like, you would just watch the Express Pass line be cleared, and then they would still take forever to let the regular people go into the haunted house. Like, there's not any Express Pass people left. Why? Like, why? Just why? Okay? So then, not only are we waiting in this line for one that, if I'm being honest, I had wanted to, you know, I was really excited for the Yeti one. So when the worst part is we were already close to finally being able to go into the house. That's when we find out that the other two houses that we really wanted to go to, they're live, okay? They're finally back. But here's the problem. We still have to go through the haunted house. And now that they're back, people are also wanting to, like, go through them. By the time we get out of the darkest deal for both of the two houses that are back online, Dueling Dragons and the Yeti Campground Haunted House, both are 60 minutes. Both are 60 minutes. So we're like, okay, well, let's just hurry back to at least the Yeti one, because I know that's what my partner wanted to go to the most. And I was like, you know what? I think it'll be worth it, especially if you actually get to go to one that you really, really were hoping for. Because I like Stranger Things, but I'm not a big enough fan to, like, say I was super excited for the Stranger Things haunted house. I also haven't played The Last of Us, and I don't hate the game or anything like that, but again, I'm not gonna stay. Oh, by the way, Stranger Things and Last of Us were about 85 minutes, and at one point Stranger Things was 95 minutes. So again, it was not about to be me. I'm sorry. I wasn't about to do it. If I was a diehard fan, I would have been like, can we please go wait in the Stranger Things line, because I need to do this. But since I'm not that big fan, I was okay. I was just fine. Same thing with The Last of Us. Like, I was fine not going. It was okay. So we get in line for the Yeti, and it was just the worst display of giving the Express Pass holders all access. Like, it was honestly, that almost ruined, on top of the rain coming in sporadically here and there, heavy then light, just waiting in that Yeti line for probably over, it was 60 minutes. We definitely waited longer than that, because you could literally watch them filing in all of the Express Pass holders. And I was just like, bro, while they're going, and the thing is, we're also not moving. We're standing in the same spot for 15 minutes. Then finally, they'll let us move a little bit, and then same spot. And it was just, that aspect of it was very frustrating to me. And so me and my partner were like, look, as much as we hate the Express Pass, now we understand, and now we're gonna have to get the Express Pass if we want to come back next year. So honestly, that was kind of like the worst part of the whole trip, because despite that, I think I did have a good time, especially like going to like different malls and just kind of seeing the gaming stores that they had. And we don't have as many gaming stores in Georgia, and some of them are kind of spread apart, but down in Florida they had tons. And they were specifically, I don't mean like a GameStop, I mean like a retro game store. And so those are really, really awesome. I am gonna use this little shadow swap pan color fix thing, because all my brushes are dirty at this point. So that was really cool. After Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we pretty much spent just kind of doing whatever else we didn't get to do. I think Thursday we actually went around town in between different gaming stores, and then Friday was souvenir day. And so I am, after I do a little bit more of my eyes, I am gonna kind of show you guys some of the things that we got for me while at Universal. So I think I'm gonna dip into that one blue. This one right here. You probably can't see it because of the ring light, and I apologize for that. I think maybe I'll try to blend it out. It's not really giving what I want it to give, but that's okay. Yeah, overall, Universal, this year I would give it like a solid 7 out of 10, whereas last year was definitely a 10 out of 10. And then we come back, and literally the day that we got back, I was starting to feel this tickle in my throat. And the next day, I was so sick, like I almost had to go to the hospital. I don't think it was COVID. I'm pretty sure it wasn't COVID, but I was just ill. It was the first time in years that I've had the shakes. Like I was physically shaking. That's how bad it was. I could barely hold my phone. Took a hot shower. Didn't help because I was just shaking I was just shaking under the hot water. So it was a little scary. It was a little concerning. I did have a fever. It was awful, and that lasted for about a week. And then I was just, I don't know. My mental health just kind of took a swan dive. Which really sucks. But, you know, it's life. I'm starting to feel better. More like myself. Getting back into the habit of the things that I like to do. And just kind of working on growing as a person, essentially. I take it back. I really like this shade, actually. And then I think I'm losing a little bit of that deeper plum. So I'm going to use a little bit more blue. I would cut crease. I'm just really bad at it. I'm going to use this brush right here. I'm going to go back in with some of that deep. It kind of reminds me of chocolate, but it's definitely like blackberry. Because I definitely lost some of the color. Okay, I want to use some more of that, like, periwinkle. Next time I'm definitely going to use a thicker base. Because the one that I use is okay, and it is on, like, the whiter side, but it's not, when you blend it out on the eye, it's too opaque. So we're going to take a little break from the eyes so I can show you guys some of the things that I got from Universal. So first of all, me and my partner, we technically got matching ones. I got the shorts, and then they got like the gym shorts, like the basketball shorts. There we go. I would have gotten the basketball shorts, but I'm a very short person, and they pretty much would have eaten me alive. So I did get these really cute, very cute Universal, like, booty. They're booty shorts, okay? On me, they look like booty shorts. But we really just liked the color scheme of the gray, white, and black. We thought it was really fun. And so their pair is also, like, the same color scheme. Since Chucky was a really big theme, and Chucky is one of my favorite horror series since I was a kid, they were selling, like, merch. And so I really, really liked... I love bucket hats. And so this one says, "Wanna play?" And it's a shirt, but it's double-sided. And then it says, "Good guys." and I love it. I absolutely love it. I cannot wait to wear it. And then they had his shirt, which I'm also excited to wear. I have a Chucky Loungefly bag that I've been on the fence about whether I want to keep or not, but ever since I got like the shirt and the bucket hat, I'm probably gonna end up keeping it as well. And then these two I was on the fence about, because at first I was only gonna get one, and then we realized the other one is like a park only exclusive, and so my partner was like, look, I'll get you both. And I was like, okay. So first of all, I wouldn't be me if I didn't get this really awesome bag. And then on the back, so I'm really happy with the bag. And then the other one they have is so many, because they have like a Hello Kitty store there with like merch that's, you know, Universal only. And so I had a really hard time picking which one I wanted, but my partner actually ended up helping me decide on this one. Here's the back to the front. And the awesome thing about this one is you unzip it from here and then it opens up, and you can also unzip from the bottom and it gives it more space. And I love that, because I feel like it's also like a protective thing, because when you zip up the entire thing, no one's going to be able to just reach into your bag. Like, I think that's a really awesome feature. And then sadly, the wallet that I'd been using, it is a Hello Kitty and All Might from My Hero Academia, like collab wallet. It was in our backpack that we used around the park, and it melted. Like, the design melted and it kind of looks horrifying. So my partner got me the matching wallet to go with the bag. So here's a front. And then here's the other side. And like, I love it because it opens up. It has a coin purse and everything, so I'm very happy with it. I am gonna eventually do the swap over, because when I tell you that My Hero wallet looks mighty scary, it really does. We also got like a commemorative cup for it for the Halloween Horror Nights, and then we also got, I think we tried the beer at Hogsmeade, and then they had a little beer stein that you could also get for that, so we ended up getting that too. It was really fun. I tried butterbeer ice cream for the first time. You know what? I will take this moment to just kind of post around me the food, because we really don't go all in on like souvenirs. We go all in on food, okay? It's a problem. So now I am gonna use, I don't know if I want to use 1 or 2 shimmers, but I think I really want to, I'm inclined to use this one. Inclined to use this one because it's the safe choice, but I think I want to use the green one instead versus the purple one. Switch it up. But do I have a brush? Because I don't want to use my finger. Sure, let's try one of these little like Anastasia Beverly Hills two-sided. They're really not that good. They're kind of The blender side isn't as good as just the packing side though. Oh, the green's nice. Okay, that makes me happy that the green is very pretty. And I think for my inner corner, I am gonna dip into that really pretty purple. And then I may do a different color for my under eye. I might do the green, like the teal, just to see what it would look like. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'm gonna bring this blue down even more. Just work with me here. We're gonna do great. Blend it down. Kind of like a fake cut crease, maybe a little bit. Because there's like an empty spot right here that I'm not a fan of. And it's worse right here because you can still see the primer. Okay. Okay, wait. I kind of dig it. Kind of dig that a little bit more. I am going to put a little bit more of the green shimmer though. Especially on this eye. Now, where the shimmer ends isn't matching. Okay, that's a little better. That is a little better. I'm going to use some of that color mix. I probably need to wash this, don't I? And so now I am going to reach into, well, there's the more pinky based one, and then there's the more blue based, like purple. I think to kind of go with this like periwinkle shade, I'm going to use the lighter. Use a lighter one. I might use a little too much, but at the same time, kind of dig it. All right, I'm just gonna kind of bring that all together. And then we are gonna dip back into that deep purple. Because I want to go right here. It's at the outer corner. Yeah, you kind of see it. Bring it out a little more. Do I want to put on eyeliner? Of course I'm going to put on eyeliner. Okay, I am going to do my brows just a little bit. And I'm going to bring you guys in a little more. This is kind of what we're working with. It's not perfect by any means, but it is pretty. It's pretty, and it was fun. So I think I'm actually going to add the teal to the bottom as well. Just to kind of see if that does anything. I don't know if you can really see it where I put it down. Maybe a little bit. I think that's very interesting. I'm gonna put that other shimmer that was a contender. I'm gonna see if I can put it right here. All in all, not bad. Interesting. This is the only Shroud Cosmetics palette that I have, so I don't really have anything to compare it to. But I mean, the formula I think was pretty good. The shimmers are great. Typically shimmers, if a shimmer is bad, I'll let you know, because bad shimmers, I won't stand for it. Let me grab an eyeliner. Oh, Rare Beauty. I can already tell they are not gonna look the same. Crap. And they don't. You know what? I think that's as close as we're gonna get to the perfect wing, and that's okay. That's fine. I'm gonna put on some mascara. Because I don't think I want to put on lashes today. Again, also Rare Beauty. As much as I don't like Rare Beauty palettes, the eyeliner and mascara are actually pretty great for what it is. Brows, because I forgot. Nothing crazy. I'm using the e.l.f. Shape and Stay brow pencil. That's wax. I've decided I'm not going to cut my brows anymore, at least not for the time being. So I'm just kind of letting them grow out. And even if it looks messy, I don't really care too much about it. I think my camera might be dying again, which is like running trend. I do need to figure out what the heck is happening. So I'm gonna do my brows, and if it dies, it dies, and if it doesn't, then we're just gonna keep going. And if it does, when we get back, I will do a lip, and we will call it a day. There we go. One brow filled in. It looks okay. I just kind of trace and yeah. I used to draw it on with eyeliner, and right now I'm in my I'm too lazy to do that era, so we're not going to do that right now. Do they match? Probably not. Now for lip, I'm like, do I just want to do a basic black lip? You know what? I kind of want to go with the berry. Sorry, I keep leaning out of view and not even paying attention. My bad, guys. And I'm gonna add just a little bit of black. But not over the brown, not all the way. And then we are gonna dip into You'll Do. This is Frenemy from the Cream Shop. You know what? I think I would have preferred a brown to this red. But I don't hate it. But I still would have preferred a brown. Alright, to finish up this look, I am going to put on some blush and some highlighter. So I'm reaching into my trio that I pulled from a really old BH Cosmetics. Like, it was a really big neutral palette that I absolutely hated. It performed really bad too, and the only saving grace was pretty much these blushes. And keep it high up. I feel like because of my lighting, you maybe won't be able to see it. Turn it down. Is that any better? I know it's very bad. Just wait. It will improve soon. I'm just gonna keep it high. And now I'm gonna reach into my favorite highlighter duo, which is the ironic. It's the Glamlite and Scooby highlighter, which no, I didn't get it off of Glamlite's website because thank God it was already sold out when I even found out about the collab. And someone didn't want it, which was rare because I'd been scoring the interwebs for a while and nobody wanted to give it up, and then somebody did, and they took my offer. And I love it because it had the green that I was looking for. I picked the green highlighter because I think it would really pop with the eyeshadow. Put some on the tip of my nose. A little bit right here. Just a little bit. I barely graze it. Oh, it's on there all right. I may have put on a little too much. I'm just going to take my blush brush, tap over it. Okay, this is as good as it's going to get. I feel like lashes would round it out just a little bit more, but I'm honestly not upset with this at all. Move you. And I changed the lighting. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not upset with this at all. I think it's pretty. I do really like the Shroud palette though. And I think I've decided to keep it. Because the tones inside the palette actually translate really well to the eye. They all blended out together. Again, I know Shroud has been around the block for quite a while now, but I've never gotten my hands on it. So just like as a first time user of the formula, I like it. I would buy from them again, but I've heard some iffy things, so I'm gonna do some more research on the brand before I think of like investing anything else into them. Other than that, if you made it this far, please subscribe. That would mean the absolute world to me. Please drink some water, have a meal, do what needs to be done, and have a great day, you guys. Bye!